Good afternoon, my friends. It is so good to see you. I hope you've stopped the scroll. I have some fun stuff for you today, and I want you to know that this place is for you. We have a lot of fun in here. My name is Beth. I am owner and creator here of the Ruffled Daisy, where we craft our stories together. We have a purpose in this world, and it's hard with all the noise outside of us to find out what that purpose is, or maybe stay living in it because we get distracted along the way. So, we help encourage each other on the journey of living in that and hold each other accountable. And we have fun and we paint along the way. So, let me know if you are here when you hop on. If you are catching the replay, you can tell me replay in the comments and I will say hello and chat with you. So that also means that if you have any questions, go ahead and ask him, even if you're watching on the replay. Hello, Angel. Angel is over on YouTube watching right now. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. So let me know where you're watching from as well. So I'm so glad to be with you guys today. So typically on Wednesdays, we are live at night. I can't be tonight because baseball is tonight instead of tomorrow night. All of Parker's baseball games are typically Monday and Thursday. And tonight they threw a Wednesday one on there on the schedule, probably because of 4th of July. I will say that it's probably because of 4th of July. Hello, Desiree. Desiree, I want you to know I stopped and prayed for you today. All right. And can I just ask a favor? Can I ask for you to do that for me today too? Um, because I think I need it some too for some different things. But I want you to know that I prayed for you, Desiree. Hello again, Deb. How are you? Deb says hello again because we were live inside the VIP group this morning painting. We started a new series. I'm going to show you all kinds of stuff. And then you see a little bit right here, but this is our door hanger that we're going to paint. It is our door hanger of the month. It's so cute. And it's Christmas in July. So we know it's going to be cute because it's going to be Christmas. Check all this out. I got to show you all this. Okay. I got to show you all this. This is good stuff. And I want to share it with you. But I also want to share this with you. Check this out. So inside, one of the things every time, and I'm telling you about this because our VIP group is open right now. Okay. If you want more information, just put VIP in the comments and it will send you a link that you can look at. Okay. If after reading that link, you're like, I don't know if this is for me, um, send me a message. Okay. And we can chat through it. All right. Mary just got done with work. I'm happy to catch me live. I'm so glad you did. We're live right now instead of tonight because I'm actually not going to be home tonight. Um anyway, so I don't remember. It was probably the beginning of the year or whatever. And I asked the VIP group, I said, what do you want to learn more of? Do you want more devotionals? Do you want more canvas paintings? Do you want more exclusive kits? Do you want more like workshops? What is it that you want? And one of the things that a few people said, hello, Joanna. One of the things that several of the people said was they wanted to learn how to paint different flowers. So this is pretty much the only flower I know how to paint. And I know what these are. I mean, we were calling them daisies, but those are not daisies. But it's cute. It turned out cute, even though the vision wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Um, Yes, Desiree says has me on Facebook so she can comment and YouTube on the TV so she can see better. That is a little hack that a lot of you guys have done. So pull me up on your phone or on your iPad or something on Facebook because it's easier to type on those and then put the YouTube. You can stream YouTube to your TV and then it's bigger and you can see the project a little bit more and you can see what I'm talking about a lot better. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Connie. All right. So, anyway, I asked them, I was like, what do you want to learn more of? And they wanted flowers. They wanted to learn how to do different flowers. So, we're learning together. We have a little book that we're working through, but we're learning together. And we didn't do one last week because I was actually out of town on vacation. So, we did the anemone. I think it's anemone. Y'all, I say anemone. Anemone is how I said it the first time. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. And then somebody was like, anemone. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Deb does that in the evenings. It's probably because are you sneaking me in when you're working? I love it. I love it. Give you a little bit of encouragement through the day. So anyway, we started with these anemone. I still cannot say it. Anemones. We started with this flower. Okay. We started with this flower. And we did it in colored pencil. I am learning a few things along the way about myself as well. And I know that if you're inside the VIP group doing this with me, you're going to learn some things about your creativity, your style, and things like that along the way too. So we started with this one, and I did it in colored pencil. And then we did this one in paint. Yeah, we did this one in paint. And then we did the bigger one in paint. We did this one in paint. So that's those. They're so cute. And then today we were working on Black Eyed Susans. Anybody? Black Eyed Susans are so fun. And I am going to tell you that I've never painted a Black Eyed Susan in my life. I've never painted an anemone. I think that's what it is, an anemone. And so I'm seriously learning right along with you. But one of the good things about the group is that you have that. You have that encouragement. You have that support, not just from me, but from other people inside the group. Because there's some ladies here in the comment that are in the VIP group, and I've learned stuff from them. So it's a great group. You guys should be in there. It's only going to be open through the 10th. Okay. Once July 10th comes around, you're not going to be able to get in this month. Okay. That's going to be it for the month. And I will probably not do another push on it until Christmas because I really like to just give them the attention. They paid for extra access to me, they paid for extra tutorials for me. And so that's what we're doing. They kind of look like ranunculus. These, they do. And we're going to call them that. Okay. We'll just do that. I don't know what flowers they are. I was thinking maybe roses, but they do look like ranunculus. Yes, I agree. All right. So, Black Eyed Susans. Look at those. We did this one in pencil. Okay. So that was done in pencil. First time I'd ever done a Black Eyed Susan. We're also learning how to paint these different leaves because every flower has a different leaf. And we're going to be digging into the leaves a little bit more inside the VIP group as well. I didn't really do that today, but I was like, why didn't we? Because the flower is not the only like showcase of this painting. Okay, it's the whole thing. It's the stem, it's the leaves, it's the so why didn't we dig into that a little bit more? We're going to. Cheryl, the name on YouTube is the Ruffled Daisy. Yep, the Ruffled Daisy. You should be able to pull it right up. I can post that link on here as well when I hop off, so you have it in the future for sure. Um, Anyway, so we did this one in colored pencil. So much cuteness. And then we did this one. Hold on. I got paint jars I'm going to knock over. And Christmas trees I'm going to knock over. All right, that was the pencil one. We did, however, trace it, outline it, probably is the better description, with a black paint pen. Okay. We talked about when you would do that, all the things inside the VIP group. This one we did with a paint marker. Okay. This one is probably my favorite. And we did this one with a paintbrush. And then we did this one with a paintbrush, just a little bit of a different style. This one has blending. This one is more whimsical. So I am learning things along the way through this process because I've never really colored with colored pencils. Um, I want to learn how, and I think we're going to add watercoloring to it as well. So we've done this one, we just did colored pencils and paint. This one, we did colored pencils, paint marker, and paint, acrylic paint. And so I think we're going to add watercolor to the mix. Okay. And how many flowers? I think we have about 12 flowers to go through. So we have about 10 more weeks of this series that we're going to be working through. Maybe. No, it's going to be longer than that. It's going to be longer than that. Anyway, practice. And that's one of the things that I was talking to them inside the VIP group today. When you are creating, when you're baking, when you're doing whatever it is, you know that your very first try at everything is not going to look like your 100th try. And when people say, I don't know how to do that, I can't do that, you are limiting yourself because you're not ever going to do it if you don't try, if you don't practice. And so, in order to become a better Christian, we have to be intentional about it. In order to be a better creative, we have to be intentional about it. In order to be a better mother, in order to be a better friend. Man, there's times in my life where I've had to be super intentional about friendships because I was terrible at them. So that time in my life is right now. I didn't. I'm very intentional about my friendships in life now versus what I was 10 years ago. Um, because I want to grow in that area. Okay. What areas of your life are you looking to improve upon? Tell me in the comments. Okay. Tell me in the comments what areas of your life you are looking to improve upon. And then I'm going to ask you, are you doing something? I have no who, I think one of you customers is calling me. Bonnie, Bonnie. I think that's a customer. I think she button dialed me through Messenger. Well, hello, Bonnie. I'll chat with you later. Sorry. Um, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, what are you wanting to grow in life? What area of your life? What skill that you have in your life? And then I'm going to ask you, what are you doing to grow in that area? Because you can't just be like, have a goal that says, I want to grow in my creativity. Well, number one, that's very vague. Number two, if you write it down and you're not doing something to move yourself forward in that, then you're not going to grow in that area. You guys, that's common sense. But we all do it. We all are like, oh gosh, I want to be better at this. But then we just don't be better at that. We aren't doing better at that. Okay. And so Marina says prayer life. That is a great one. That is one of the ones that we talk about inside the VIP group is prayer life, because that is something that I think we could all grow and improve upon. Trying to add prayer time to your calendar. Let me tell you, Marina, that, and I hope I'm saying your name right. That's a really pretty name. Um, that's something that I wanna grow in, and you know what? If I really were to ask myself, "Then what are you doing to grow in that area?" The answer would be nothing, and that's a little bit of a two-sided coin. All coins are two-sided, right? Why did that Where did that saying come from? Let's just ask that question. Where did that saying come from? Or did I just make up that saying? Was not the saying? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so prayer time. I want to be better at prayer time, but I'm not being intentional about doing it. However, I am the kind of person that I have prayer time and worship time when I'm listening to music. I have prayer time and worship time when I'm painting a canvas. I have prayer time and worship time pretty much all day. And so he probably gets tired of me talking to him so much. He's like, girl, stop talking and start doing. Can I get an amen? Because we are all on the same journey. Okay, we are all on the same journey of living in the mission that He has put us on this earth to do. You guys, you are divinely placed right where you are right now. Do you know how much of a miracle it is to conceive a baby? That's a miracle. Okay, if you really think about like the odds, it's a miracle. You have a purpose in this world. We all absolutely have a purpose in this world, you guys. And I had to sit with mine this morning a little bit. I'm going to be really honest with you. I was in a little bit of a dump. And I reached out to my husband. He'd already been to work, and I'd reached out to my mastermind group. I'm like, I need y'all to pray with me. I need you guys to pray for me because this is kind of what's going on in my head, because we all got stuff that goes on in our head. But guess what? I had people I could reach out to. I had my mastermind group that I could reach out to and say, I really need your guys' prayers right now. This is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. And I'm just kind of feeling the weight of it right now. When you have that, that makes it so much better because we're like best friends holding hands and just journeying through life together, holding everybody's hands. It makes it so much better. And that's what I want that VIP group to be for you guys. That is what I am trying to nurture and grow inside that VIP group, because you guys, that's a God group. It is a God group, and he just blessed me to be the leader in it and kind of navigate it and help you guys. And so I've been blessed by that group more times than I can ever count on my hands. And I just want you guys to know that. It's just been a big blessing to me to be able to be on that journey with you guys. Seeing you guys when you're struggling, seeing you guys when you're happy and praising the Lord, all of those areas in between. I just think it's absolutely amazing that there is a group like this. You know what? I didn't have any intentions of starting a group like this. I didn't. I just got on, I crafted, I painted, I did fun things, all of that. God made put that on my heart. The more that I became live with you guys and started building those relationships, I was like, we need a community where this is at the forefront of everything. That's why we call it a dream maker. You can be a dreamer or you can be a dream maker. It's completely up to you. Okay. And we still do lots of dreaming inside the Dream Makers group. But you can be a dreamer or you can be a dream maker. Are you being intentional about what you are doing with your time? Now, I don't want you to feel guilty when you get off course. Okay. Because there are times I'm not being intentional with my time during the day. I get distracted. We get busy. The chaos of the world starts to close in just a little bit more on and makes us anxious. And we're not as intentional because we're just going through the motions. Well, we need to do this. We need to get through this. I just need to be on the other side of this because this is busy today. Whatever. Like, there could be so many examples. Okay. Being intentional. I want you to take that and hold it in your heart as you leave today and carry it with you and sit on it for a while. Okay. I did not have any idea. I was coming on to paint a door hanger with you guys, and I was going to show you what we painted this morning. I had no idea that this was going to be um, something where I'm giving you a task as far as hold this in your heart, intentional. Okay. God put that on my heart, and I want you guys to know that that's for someone here. Okay. Maybe it's for Dixie. Maybe it's for Roxy. Maybe it's for Sheila. Maybe it's for Marina. Maybe it's for Linda. Maybe it's for Deb. Maybe it's for all of you. Because you know what? I know it's for me. And whenever I'm encouraging you to do something and to be something, I'm walking right there beside you in the mess, in the gunk, in the joy. I'm walking right there beside you, learning and navigating. You guys, you cannot put a price on a community like that. You cannot put a price on a community like that. And I'm going to tell you that $52, you will probably blow $52 in your month somewhere, and you're not going to remember what it was. But when you spend the $52 right now, you are intentional about getting in there and soaking up the word, building relationships, learning creativity, whatever it is, because there's so much that we offer in that group, you guys. I could literally sit in that group all day, every day, and just have fun with them. I could, but then nothing else would get done. Coming from a lady who has lost 5 pregnancies before having a child, it is such a miracle. Oh, praise the Lord, Marina. I'm so sorry you had that heartache though. But praise the Lord you have that now. We got to sit through some hard stuff sometimes. Several of you guys know my story with my daughter that passed. We got to sit through some hard stuff sometimes. And you know what? Just because we are being intentional in our prayer life, or just because we're being a faithful follower, doesn't mean that we're exempt from the sin and all the troubles and heartaches and griefs and sorrow of the world. You guys, that's the world we live in. I mean, just read the Bible. That's the world we live in. That's what we were gifted with. But we've got to be intentional while we're here. And let me just tell you that the more intentionality you have, the more joy you have in your life. Okay. Because if you are being intentional in your prayer life, we're going to use that as an example because someone said that. If you're going to be more intentional in your prayer life, that means you're praying more. And that means when you come across this pain or this sorrow that's up the road a little bit, you have had an amazing prayer time and you have a whole list of prayers that he has answered. And maybe he's not answering that one right now. Maybe he's not going to answer it in the way that you want him to or in the timing that you want him to. But you know he's been faithful. You know that every other time he didn't answer a prayer the way you wanted because it wasn't in your time or you were like that wasn't what I was asking for. Y'all, we need people by our side. Right now more than ever, I want to it's easy to get shut behind the screen. Okay. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you that I understand that because I'm a little bit of a hermit. Now, I love going and doing things and having fun, and I used to do them all the time, but I'm a hermit. I will sit behind a screen and build relationships because there's great relationships that can be built here. And that's what the world is right now, honestly. It really is. We are so connected to social media. You guys, I have a love hate for it. I do. I run my business on it. I love it, but I hate it because we're a slave to it. You can make changes in that, but you can also take what you have. This is the world we live in. This is the society we live in. If I want to run a business, I have to be on a social media platform because that's how we reach people. Because I'm not buying a 30-minute segment like, Days of Our Lives used to be. That was an hour, but y'all get what I'm saying. So you're taking what you have right here, whether it's something that you prayed for that didn't go your way, whatever it is, and you're going to be intentional about what you want that to look like. Okay? That's well, that's how we live. Because if you're not being intentional about the everything around you, then you are lost. You are not on a path, you are not on a mission. You are lost. And you may not feel like you're lost, but I can guarantee you there's going to become a point in time when you're like, wow, this has been all for nothing. Like, what is my life? Has anybody asked that? I have. I'm not afraid to admit that I've asked that. Like, what is this life that I've created? I'm so sorry I've destroyed it, Jesus. So we have to be intentional. Okay. You be intentional with $52 a month and it will change your life. I promise you. I promise you. This community has changed my life. This community has changed the lives of other ladies in it. That was a little rant that I was not planning on doing, but you know what? I'm glad I did because you know what? Sometimes we need to be vulnerable in the things that we're sharing. Sometimes we need to just listen to someone else. Sometimes we just need to hear what someone else is saying. Um, Oh no, Nadine, your daughter fell and broke her hip. She had to have hip replacement on Sunday. You're so stressed right now. Need prayers for her and me. Oh, my sweet Nadine, I will definitely pray for you. I will definitely pray for you. So let me ask you this. You are stressed because you feel like you don't have control of the situation. You can't help her. Like you can't make this go away. She's hurting. We want to do that with our kids. She's hurting. And so I want you to look at this and it's going to help your stress go away. I promise. I mean, it's okay to sit with it, but don't live in it. Okay. Be intentional about what is possible. Be intentional about what you can do to help her through this since you can't change this. Okay, just be intentional. And when you are doing that, your stress will go down. It doesn't mean that you're still not going to have heart stress. Man, our heart breaks for our kids every day. I know it probably does for my mom still, even when your kids are almost 50. Hello, Pam. Hello, Anne. Oh, thank you, Deb, for keeping us in your prayers. Linda says, I'm praising the Lord this week because last week was two different accidents happened in my family. No one got hurt, but still sad about their vehicles. One was total, but praise God, all two of my family are okay. That is God. That is God. And man, that still sucks. Like, I don't have a car now. I don't have the money to go buy a new car, or I don't want to finance a new car. We paid ours off. And we're gonna have to get a new one at some point. Parker's gotta get one, and I'm like, "I don't want a car payment." So I get that when you're like those are those points in life when you're just cruising along the highway doing really, really good, and then life just throws you off track, literally. Um, you're so used to being the fixer with different situations, but now you're unable to be the fixer, and it drives me crazy. I understand that, Desiree. I do. I wish you lived closer to me too. If you lived closer to me, you'd be able to come to the retreat next year. Oh, Cheryl, I love you. I want you to feel my arms wrapped around you in a hug right now. You know what that feels like because I got to hug you this past couple months. All right. You wish that you had extra money to join, but living on unlimited income sucks. It really does. And Desiree, I want you to know that I see you here. You don't have to be important to me to just, or you don't have to be in the VIP group just to be important to me. Okay. And I hope you know that. I hope you feel that when you are here. Because I do understand sometimes it's just impossible. There are things I want to do and then I look at the price tag and I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that right now. I really want to. I really need it. I really feel like that's where God's leading me. But He's also leading me to manage my finances well. So I get it. Okay. And I want you to know that I love you. I see you. And I love that you are a amazing, active person here in this community, even if you're not in the VIP group. Um, yes, it is, Linda. Yes. All right. So we are going to paint our door hanger. I got to keep track of time because I think I just spent an hour. How long have we been chatting? 30 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to give you a run through real quick of all the things that we've painted in the last 3 years, maybe 2, 3. This is probably 3 years um, in the VIP group. Now, Facebook is deleting videos now. And so I have been recording videos for about 2 years. I think this is 3 years because there's a few of these I don't have videos for because Facebook is, well, that was my old page, but Facebook's deleting them. It was before I was on YouTube, any of that. So there are a portion of these, but I can definitely still give the tracer and all of that. Anyway, I want to share with you guys kind of what we do in there sometimes. We paint wood kits. We have fun. We learned flower painting this morning. We do a heart work. I've done some devotionals with them at the beginning of the year, but I've fallen off the truck with that because I haven't been intentional in those. And so they're holding me accountable for that one. That's another thing. You know, we need accountability on this intentional life we're living. So I'm going to show you these. You will have access to pretty much all of these. Okay. So this one is adorable. Look at this one. This one I had to sit with for a while. Still not my favorite, but there's a lot of things that I learned through this. We do these on Zoom nights now. So if you want to really get to see your friends inside the group, Zoom nights are amazing. And so we do a canvas painting every night. This was from a workshop that we did at the beginning of the year. um Crafting your God-given story. This was also from the workshop. Oh, look at this cute little gnome. We did that. When did we do that? I'm not sure, but he sure is cute. This was more watercolor. This was acrylic. Okay, we did this one in acrylic. This is kind of a watercolor-ish. This one's cute. This one's got a little three-dimensional. We put some paper on here, but this one's adorable. These are this one was one of my favorites. This was one of the very first ones I did. I had never watercolored and it turned out so fun. So, so fun. Here's a little bunny. Let's just go through these real quick. A little whoop, that's upside down. Jolly. We did some abstract art on that one. This one, these are all upside down. Look at these. This one's cute. You guys, we have done so much in there. And probably some of the people in there are like, oh my gosh, I never saw that one. I'm going to have to go back and do that one. I like this one. This one's cute. We're going to bring this one out. We're going to revamp this one this year. Here's one. I keep turning them upside down. This one was a fun one. And then a reindeer. And this one is one that they did not get, actually. I painted it and didn't like it. I do have it recorded for someday if I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out in the world. But it wasn't my favorite, but I'm probably still gonna share it with them anyway. Happy fall, y'all. We're almost to fall. And then there's that. Lots of stuff, you guys. Lots of stuff. All right. And I need to like put these all on the wall. What's a good way to like that's a lot of canvases stacking up. I need some ideas because I want to be able to display them, but I also forget to change out my displays. So the same one sits in it for a long time. All right, let's paint. Oh, that's heavy. Hold on, let me go set it down over here. All right. We have our door hanger of the month. This is so cute. Let me go ahead and put my other camera on. Let me take me off and add me again. So I'm at the bottom. There we go. This is our door hanger of the month. And oh my goodness, it's so, so stinking cute. You have yours in binders and clear dividers. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. All right, we have a little gingerbread man. This is your cup of cheer. Cup of cheer. Let me put the link in the comments here. Several of you guys are on the membership, and so several of your payments processed yesterday, and those got boxed up today. So this is on its way to you if you are in the membership. It is a separate membership from the VIP group, though. But if you didn't, and if you're not, you can also get this as a one-time purchase, and it's just not available in the shop after the end of the month. Okay, it's our door hanger of the month. It's only available for 30 days. It is a little bit cheaper if you get the membership. But either way, sometimes you're like, oh, I have to have that one. Check it out. We have a little gingerbread man and a little Santa mug, and so we're going to paint this. Look how cute this is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're going to, let's see. I want to paint this white. I need to paint this white. That white. Our marshmallows white. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Oh, these. All right. That's all we're painting white. Let's put that up there and let's get our white stuff done because it might take a couple coats. We are going to use cotton from Afraid Not from Nicole. Her white covers really well outside of for an acrylic paint anyway. Hers is more like a chalk paint, and I just really like the coverage of that versus Deco Art or something like that. I really like her paint. So we're probably still going to do 2 coats. So this is going to be like the little ball, the trim of his hat. Has anybody what I know we're only on day 2, but I know I'm not the only one that does Christmas in July. So has anybody seen any cool things yet? I haven't really been scrolling, but I mean, I've seen a few. I've seen some of Nicole's stuff. Anybody seen anything fun yet that they want to share? You're running out of room to store finished things, right? But I keep getting things. So, you know what I would recommend for that? Because I do the same. And I would maybe donate them to, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Donate some of your pieces when you're done with them. I mean, if because it's okay to want to like, oh, this is a really cute for this season or whatever. Um, it's totally fine, but I'm thinking maybe we should donate some of the ones to why can't I spit it out? To retirement homes. I love that idea. That way they have some cute decorations for the holidays. I love it. But other things, Desiree, aren't you haven't you done the whatnot auctions? You know, you could do that. I mean, it's a lot to set it up, but you can definitely do auctions. You can sell them on Facebook. I know some of you guys are amazing painters. I've seen some of your stuff, and you can make some money on that stuff. So if you're done displaying it, it's not like it's not like a paintbrush that you're trying to sell that is old and worn out. You know what I mean? It just sits and looks pretty. Um, yeah, the sell shop, I'm sure they have them everywhere. Like on Facebook, do you guys have, well, like Facebook Marketplace? I don't really use it very much. My husband's always like, put that on Facebook Marketplace and sell it. I'm like, I don't like the time involved with it and having to meet people because remember, I'm kind of a hermit. Anyway, yeah, there's lots of things you could do with it if you're running out of space. I even thought about giving some of mine to my daughter, that way her and Oliver could have some more cute decorations or whatever to make their house a home. I mean, that's really what when you are creating things to display around you, you are infusing your personality, your family's personality into your home, and that is literally what makes a house a home. Okay? So you are serving a purpose by crafting, my friends. You're serving a purpose by crafting. All right. I think we are going to do one more pose. Isn't it fun, Angel? I think he's going to be cute when he's all done being painted. I'm super excited to put it all together. I think he's adorable. So I will tell you as well, if this is another little um this door hanger you can only get this month, okay? And there's also going to be a shelf sitter that matches it. So there's going to be, it just hasn't released yet, but there's a shelf sitter that's a smaller version and it'll match it. It'll be so cute. And that, I don't remember when it's releasing. So I have a bunch of stuff I'm bringing to you guys. And this week we did the trees. Okay. We painted one yesterday and gonna, we're gonna do it again once I get some snow ticks. I need to just get online and order it because I'm probably not gonna go to Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Maybe we could this weekend in the VIP group. Anyway, um, where was I going with that? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, this week we released trees. So you can build your Winterland forest or whatever. And then next week, I believe, is snowmen. So if you are a snowman lover, don't quote me on that, but we have a snowman week. We have a Santa week. And then there's a really special week. So lots of fun stuff coming, but this one does have a shelf sitter that matches it. All right, we're almost done with this. I prefer if I have not painted like I could have painted these white beforehand, But I prefer if I haven't spray painted them and I'm having to paint them like this, I prefer a sponge over a brush because your brush is always going to make your white a little streaky. And so I always prefer the sponge. You recently donated to your local Pride Festival. I love that. I love that. See, so you are doing that. I love that. All right. I think we got all our white stuff painted. Let's put this all to the side. Little marshmallows, and this is our little gingerbread icing pieces. Let's move this all to the side because we're going to bring some red out now. And we are going to paint our Santa thing. Let's see. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Looking at a picture from the file. It's the cutest thing ever. Um, let's move this out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. It's dry right now. I will tell you that Nicole's chalk paint does dry a little bit harder on the glass, and it's because it's chalk paint. And that's one of the reasons that I like it because it just has great coverage and great stick. I guess is stick the right word? Great coverage and great stick. I'm going to leave that out because we might use some more. Oh, we are going to use some more because we need to paint this bottom part of him white. All right, we are going to paintbrush this one. I lied. Oh, I almost just splattered it all over myself too. Hold on, let's pick that up. There we go. So we're just going to go one way. So this is where his little mustache is going to fit on here, and then his little face. I'm going to have to get more paint. Yeah, I need you to post the recipe again. Do you happen to remember when you gave us the whimsical deers with Christmas? I don't. I would have to. Why am I not remembering that one, Deb? All right, I got a lot of paint here. This is dry, so we'll bring it up here on this to make two goats. How am I not remembering that? Man, oh man. I probably should have used my brush on here too. Or I'm sorry, my sponge on here too. We might have to do another coat. We're gonna let it dry though. All right, we need red. And I am gonna use red. That's what it's called, just red from Crafter's Collection. And then for the gingerbread, I'm gonna use, well, I have warm brown. And then we're gonna mix a little bit of this color with it as well, I think. All right, this needs to be white too, because right here is the background of a marshmallow. I just looked at the picture and saw that. That's why I have to look at the picture sometimes. Like, how does this go together? There's so many pieces sometimes. And when I cut them, y'all know how those little pieces can be, don't you? Oh, the deers. Do you happen to remember when you gave us the whimsical deers? Do you mean that was last year? Do you mean which month? I don't, but I could tag you in them. The whimsical deers. I don't think it was last Christmas in July. It would have been November or December. It was probably November. You put them in picture frames? I love it. Those little whimsical deers were cute. All right. This is why I love spray painting. This one doesn't look like it covered very well. So let's go ahead and get one more coat on that. So we have the holly, we have the gingerbread. As far as the gingerbread, I'm going to be using warm brown and then almond cream from Crafter's Collection. But I will tell you, my favorite is called Blush Brown from Deco Art. I just don't have any. Blush Brown from Deco Art is a beautiful gingerbread color, in my opinion. So if you have that, check it out because you'll probably like it for the gingerbread. All right, this is almost put together. Almost done. Maybe. This is why I spray paint things white. This is my nemesis. All the prep work. But you know what? God has done a lot of prep work with me, and it's probably his nemesis too. He's probably like, girl, let's get done with this. Let's move on. Let's move past this. All right, so we have our little face here, and we're going to use this creamy beige. No, we're going to we're going to use milky white and mix a tiny bit of almond cream with it. Milky white with a tiny bit of almond cream. I'm pretty sure it was November, Deb. Yeah. All right, this is his eye part and this is his little nose. So let's mix these together and then we'll sponge them on. Oh my goodness, that's like a perfect flesh color, you guys. All right. It was warm brown and then almond cream. Now it was probably 75% warm brown and 25% almond cream. And I just have a lot of paint on my brush, but we are gonna sponge this. We'll just give it a good coat real quick, like we did the white. We also could have just painted this white first. Let's mix a little bit of it in. There we go. There we go. And then we'll sponge on the darker color. That gives it a good base. All right, I think that's it. We have our little eyes here. And our gingerbread is good. All right, so we need to paint this red, this red. Oops. We need our candy cane too. I think we're going to use a paint pen on our candy cane. Yeah, we'll probably use a paint pen on our candy cane. Yay, you found him. Yay, 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 yay. Hey, Sarah, how are you? It's been a while since I've seen you. I don't feel like every time I go to Casey's, I'm like, Brian, you go in. I don't know why. I don't know. I need to come in though. It's been a while since I've seen you. Although I don't think you're there when we come by. We're usually on our way when we take Parker to his game. So it's probably we usually leave here at like 6 o'clock. His game starts at 7:30. And so it's usually around 6 o'clock. All right, that's cute. There's something in it. Something in it. Something in it. I miss seeing you too, friend. We need to get together. It's back to what I talked about in the beginning. Intentionality. We all have things that we can be more intentional with. And I will tell you that when you are, I always feel like it's a better journey. All right, these are red. And these are red. So we're going to paint this top part here and the handle here. Okay. And these. Well, this we're going to do every other stripe, but we're going to paint red in, but then I'm going to use a paint pen on the ones that are supposed to be white. And we'll do red, red, red. We'll do red at the tops. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll sponge these. All right. Yeah, there is no way I'm going to want to do this with a white paintbrush. These are spots that are good for the paint markers, especially white, because paint markers usually cover pretty well. And I'm wondering if that needs to be a little bit more brown. Does it look okay to you guys? What do you think of that? I know the camera is usually not completely true. Hold on, there's a hair that's getting in my white line. I think I got it. Oops, I'm about to stick his nose in the red. That did get it. Ta-da! It's been a quiet day here, and I'm not sure why. Like, I feel like today, I've even talked to a few people, and I feel like the earth is just kind of chaotic today. Actually, the earth is probably kind of chaotic every day, if we're going to be really honest. It just gets exhausting sometimes. All right. This is gonna be so cute. Oh my goodness, that's gonna look so cute when it's all painted white as well. Let's go ahead and just use the brush on all of them. Make sure this side is the one that has the tracings on it or the etching. So make sure you're painting the right side. Like this side just looks like three circles, just all at one. But this one has the little etching so you can see the berries. All right. Now these are going to be black. So we'll do the buttons black too. That way there's more than just one thing of black on here. These are green, and then we have our gingerbread color. Let's go ahead and do our gingerbread color. I'm going to bring black out last, just because I don't want it all over the table, because I'm a messy crafter. All right, this is the warm brown, and I was going to mix a little bit of this almond with it and see what that does. Maybe. I think I'm out of almond. It's splattering a little bit. I think we're pretty much done with that. Let's see what this looks like. I don't have my blush brown, which is what I want. I think that's good. Should we do it a little bit lighter? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good. All right. Oops. Why did my comments just go away? Maybe they didn't. What plans do you guys have for 4th of July? I want to know. Well, we're not really doing anything exciting, but we used to have like little get togethers all the time, but families can't always do that. I just mean life gets in the way. Intentionality. Intentionality. Man, I told you guys when I started that that was going to be a word for somebody, and I had no clue it was going to be for me. Man, he was talking right to me. All right, that's super cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is so stinking cute. Look how cool that is. Oh my goodness, that's precious, precious, precious. We forgot to paint this though, and I just put my red paintbrush up, I think. I did. As long as it doesn't have another color on it, we're good. Oh, and we didn't paint the other piece. I thought we were done with our red paint, and we were not halfway done with it. I love this Christmas red. It's called red. It's Crafter's Collection. But if you like a bright, whimsical red for Christmas, bright red, this is a good one. It's not like a deep red. We're going to use a bigger brush on this one. That way we're not creating too many. Use this one. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way. So for this one, we just need to paint this little area here and this. And then we have green. For our little holly and black. And then we're going to glue it together. And this is going to be the cutest little door hanger ever. This is going to be adorable, you guys. So remember, this is our door hanger of the month. If you are in the door hanger of the month club, um, most of the payments processed yesterday, but some of them still trickle through the month. And so if you pay for that, this is the one that's coming to you. If you don't and want to get this, you have a couple options. You can join the monthly to where it just automatically gets shipped to you, and we just paint it here on the main page. And you just get the wood cut out. There's no paint. It's not anything like that. That's for the VIP group. You can do the membership, or you can do a one time if you want. If you're like, no, I don't want a membership, but I really like that because he's so cute, then you can do a one time as well. It's just a couple bucks more. All right. How's it looking? What do you guys think? Green and black. And then we are going to be good to go. We're going to put some little embellishments on them, and we're going to bring this to life. For the green, I like lime green. I know that probably sounds funny, but I like lime green, and I don't have a lime green. Where's all my paints? I feel like I don't have all my paints. Hmm. Who knows? Whatever. Let's do it. Let's make our. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good Christmas one. It's called Shamrock. That's a good Christmas one. I like it. But you could do a darker green. You could do, depending on how you painted this, like if you used aquas and stuff, you could use like that. You know how we mixed the teal and the ash and azure to make like an evergreen color. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Lisa, how are you? This is probably another one. Nope, that's covering pretty good. I was gonna say this is probably another one that could have probably taken the base coat of white, but actually no. That's got really good coverage. I thought I would need more paint than that, but apparently we don't. Let's try to put some of that back in there. True. Because that was a lot. There we go. Because we don't need it anymore. I could probably do that with the red too, honestly. All right. Black. Where's my black? Here's a black. You know what? I'm just going to use a paint pen on these. It's going to make it easier. It'll be easier. Than getting black all over everything. Because I'm messy, and then I always have it in my fingers. And then I touch something and I'm like, oh, well, that paint on my fingers was wet and it was black, and it's now on his white beard. All right. So these are the little Santa eyes. They're little squinty eyes. You'll be able to see when I put them on. And then these are little Gingy's buttons. There's two of them. But you could do these white. White would be cute, or red. Red would be good. I just needed to do something else black so it wasn't so jarring for just his eyes to be black. We could also add some stickles to it to fancy it up a little bit more. Oh my goodness, could you guys picture stickles on this? That'd be so much fun. All right, I don't think that has the best coverage. Let's do it a little bit more. I see some white peeking through. There we go. I think that's good. All right, let's put this together. Let's make sure everything's dry. Thinking I am going to do another coat on this one. I don't think we need to on the big ones, but I think we're going to on this one. So we'll get a new brush. It just looked a little streaky in some of them, so one more coat will help. I asked if anybody, and I missed it. I didn't even look at the comments. It's like, hey, has anybody seen anything fun for Christmas in July yet? Have you seen any creators doing anything fun that I need to know about? Adorable, adorable, adorable. So now, and I think this is fine now once it's dry. I think it's fine. We're going to dry it completely though. And then I think I'll burnish the edges. So I'm thinking, what color should we use to burnish the edges? Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me lay it all together and we'll see. Because I have a couple different ideas. And I'm not sure which one I want to do. All right, we got the most part of it out of our way. So this is going to go here, just like that. So see, us burnishing the edges is going to make that stand out a lot more. So, hey, Sherry. But you could also do, a whimsical look. Like we could trace each one of those with a black edging or something like that. I'm thinking, let's do burnish. And I think we're going to use black on the white ones. Maybe. Let me get my black out. All right. And we don't have a sponge. See, we could have used a sponge. And not the paint pen. I didn't realize I was going to use a sponge anyway. All right. So I have a little bit of black on here. Ooh, that's a lot of bit of black. Well, we're going to go with it now, I guess. And it's going to make this stand out a lot more against the white, his beard and all of that. All right, let's get a little bit more and do this side. Yeah, I don't think that's too much at all, actually. Except my hand looks heavier on this side in a couple spots. All right, just like that. That's going to be cute. So we're also going to do it to his little puff ball at the end of the little handle. You know what? And even then sanding these down would be super cute. And let's do it also on the edges here, all around the edges there, because I don't know if we're going to use the brown on the marshmallows, because I was debating, but we don't want black on the marshmallows. You need to channel Christmas AC. You need to channel Christmas. AC stopped working and needs total. Oh no, Sherry. Am I the first Cheryl? I have seen some other ladies, but that's awesome. Well, we're gonna have Christmas all month long. That's no fun. Your AC broke. Oh man. All right. That's cute. Let's glue some of this on because now we can start putting some pieces together and seeing it come to life, deciding what we need to do for the next steps and things like that. This one, hold on, you're going to probably see the top of my head here in a second. It's going to go right there, flush with that. And then this goes right under here. I'm making sure. Oh, is that right? Oh, it goes like that. I was like, wait a minute. And then this goes here, but let me just make sure it's all right. That's where we want it. Wanted to make sure those lined up well. So let's do some black on this. Forgot about his little mustache. And then around his face, let's use the darker brown. And then I think we'll use the lighter brown around the gingerbread man. There we go. Ooh, this is going to be so cute. I'm going to want to decorate for all the Christmas things now. Birthday tomorrow and have company coming. Oh my goodness. You poor dear. So this is the side, and I'm wondering, I think I'm just going to do the sides. No, I think I'm going to do these two. Just a little bit. It's not going to be as prominent. Well, maybe it is. All right. See how I did that? My lighting here today is not very good. All right, that's going to go there. And then our mustache is going to go there. All right, what's next? Where's our mustache? Oh, there it is. Blended right in. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Look how adorable that's turning out. Oh my goodness. Let's put some brown on his little nose here. And that's going to go right there. Oh my goodness. The nose just totally made it. Oh my goodness. It doesn't even have his eyes on there or anything. It just looks precious already. Oh my goodness. Making sure I did those right. I think those are interchangeable. Oops. I don't think it matters how you paint those. That's a lot glue on there. Let's throw that away so I don't stick my fingers in it. Oh my goodness. Look at this little eyes. That's so cute. In the 90s. I need a Mrs. Claus to go with it. So what would we do? Yes, a Mrs. Claus would be fun. A Mrs. Claus would be adorable. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll have to do the Santa Claus right now and then do a Mrs. Claus um, release at Christmas. That'll be fun. All right, so then this we have up here, just like that. But we're going to use, I think I'm going to use white. We're going to do some burnishing with the white on this one. And I don't know that I have enough in here because this was the chalk paint and it dries a little bit faster. We're going to go ahead and just get a little bit of regular white. Regular acrylic white. Time to buy some fans, right? Window air conditioners, right? No fun. I really would love my garage to be heated. We're getting new garage doors because that lets a lot of air in. We have really bad garage doors, and that's my workshop. But in the winter, it lets a lot of cold air in. It's not like sealed the best. So we're having to get new garage doors. Um, just since I work out there all the time. And I would love to have an air conditioner, but that's probably not going to happen. I just open the garage doors. It's just miserably hot by the end of July. Whew, it's hot. That's where my discipline of waking up early would come into a play. But I'm not one to wake up early. Like just work outside earlier in the day. But I'm not one to wake up early, so all right, that's super cute. Look how that turned out. All right, let's do a little bit more. Oops, we didn't glue the down. We didn't glue it down. Oh, you could do spackle or texture on his hat or his beard. Yes. Yeah, Hubby better not come home unless he's got some fans. That's funny. Too funny. I agree. These inside corners are always a little bit more harder to do, but you're just going to drag it at a 45-degree angle the other way. Okay. Same thing. All right. We're going to put that there. And let's go ahead and do it on our little berries as well. Here it is. I was like, that's the one with the chalk paint on it. I need the regular one. That's adorable. I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to put any on the heart, but on this one, we're just going to use a little bit of whatever's left that was that, like the color of his face. A little bit of a cream color. Oh, that's so cute. This one I'm going to pull over the top a little bit more. Just so it's a little bit more pronounced. Oh, kind of messed up there, but oh my goodness. So much cuteness. Okay, let's see. This is going to go there. This is going to go there. All right. Oh, we missed a spot right there. That's supposed to be red. Let's paint it red real quick, then we'll let it dry before we. And it's not going to matter anything else here because it's covered up by the gingerbread man, and then it's covered up by the marshmallow that's going to be there. So let's do that. Oopsie. You never had central air. We had window fans, and that's it. Yeah. I think we had central air. Ooh, black on the edges of the berries. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And I just got, how do I get that red paint on here? Well, hold on. I gotta fix some. Oopsie. I got red paint on here. Let's just paint over it. Hey, I'm live. Are you doing okay? I can call you back. Huh? Say it again. Okay. Love you. Bye. Sorry, it was James calling me. Blacking the edges of the berries is going to be a great idea. Let's go ahead and do that while we're waiting for that to dry. I'm not sure why I did white. Actually, they both layered together look really good. So we can call that intentional. See? All right. Brown. Let's do these brown. And I think I also want, there's a little etched line. I think I want to put some brown in there too. Let's figure out how we're going to do that. Because I want it to look like this. I don't want it to be a line of, I want it to be this burnishing look. So let's see what we can do there. Maybe we can use this edge right here. Make sure that it doesn't have a ton of paint on it. Oh, I think that's perfect. So we'll just kind of, oh, that's so perfect. Can you guys see that? That's so perfect. So I'm just using that edge We probably need another edge that has more paint on it. There we go. Oh my goodness, I love that. That's so cute. All right, I think we're ready to glue down now. And we still have to put white on that. Let's do the gingerbread gown first so we can make sure he's flush at the top, and then we'll butt that up to the edge there. And then we also have your little marshmallow that goes on this side. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Oh, I'm ready to decorate for Christmas. I'm ready to decorate for Christmas. Did I touch that yet? I did. I want to put this side down before I put that down. We can paint it while it's on there. Not a big deal. Whoops. Hold on. Oops. It all moved on me. Well, gosh darn. Stay there. Why'd you move so much? There we go. Not sure why that moved on me, but oh well. So we also have a line here. This is a marshmallow. And so there's a little line there that we need to do like we did the others. And then we're going to try to get the top edge. And we did. That's good enough for me. All right, let's glue on his nose before we forget anymore. Oh my goodness. All right, this you're going to have to twirl around until you see the way it goes because there's only one way it goes on here, and that's where it goes. So just twirl it around until you see all the edges covered, and you'll be able to tell once you. Mm, that's still not glued down. Why? Why aren't these sticking? I wonder if it's the humidity. That's crazy. It has to be. Never had an issue with stick fast like that. Oh well, we just won't move them. We'll just let it sit. And this goes here. We're gonna be really careful. We should have probably painted that white before, but it's fine. We'll get around it. And then this one, we're just gonna kind of sit like right there. So we're gonna pull that right there, kind of at an angle. Let's see. I like it this way. Yeah, I like it like that. That's super cute. We'll bring it that way a little bit. Nope, because then you see it's got to be there. And now this, let's put it, we're going to put it somewhere over here. Some on my little gingy. Oh, it's probably my sponge. We're going to put that there, and that there, and that there. Oh my goodness, this is going to look so cute. Let's do it. Personally, I think that it would have been fine if you painted your buttons white. I think it would have been fine. And I think I would have liked the white a little bit better. It's crazy that the stick fast isn't sticking very well. Literally in the name. Her eyes are etched, so you probably can't see them here in the camera far away, but I'll show it to you if I can pick it up. Because her eyes are etched in. And, yep, that goes there. So you can see them. I'll show you. She's got little eyes and a little mouth. All right, who needs this? I think y'all need this. Yours did the other day. This is the door hanger of the month. Yes. Debbie, this is the door hanger of the month. So if you get it, This is what you'll be getting if you are in that. And if you're not, you can do a one-time purchase. I just posted the link. All right, so let's do this like that. Let's see how they had it in the picture. Oh, I had it like this. And I think I do like that idea. So, same thing on the berries is that you're going to have to spin them around until you see them fit in the right spot, which is just like that. Let's press it and see if that helps. I know that it's like technically to get it to stick faster, you are supposed to like press it. Um, but you usually don't have to. Hey, it worked. Let's put it right there. Now, if you wanted, you could glue this up here. Okay. That's touching that back piece. It's laying on it, and you could glue that if you wanted, but you don't have to. All right. Let's see. Oh, we didn't paint these either. The little hanger that we're going to use. This is a lot whiter. It's a lot brighter. There we go. Oops. Almost messed it up there. You could totally paint these if you wanted. I just didn't feel like it. However, you got to make sure, because you can see the lines in it sometimes. So you got to make sure that that's all good. I'm not always the best on that. And you can go back and touch up the red if you need to. We're going to let it dry and see because I think it's probably actually pretty good. There might be a couple spots I see. Hold on. Right there. There we go. That is so cute, you guys. Look how precious this is. Funny story. Your daughter's watching me on YouTube. Is she with you or like somewhere else? You didn't know she was watching me? I love it. All right. So from here, you can do so much. I mean, you really can. We're going to still use the my whimsical touches there. We're still going to do it because that's what I do. But before we go any further, we need to move this because I keep sticking the side into it. And then the tops we'll just probably paint. Let's just paint this brown real quick. I forgot about those. Done. They're done. They're done. Okay, there. All done. All right. Let's see. What do you think? Aren't they so cute? I love it. I don't know that I want to do one on the beard. Let's see. Let's just do it on the cup. I don't know that I should have connected that there. Don't want that connected there. So we're going to have to repaint. But I do not want that connected there. That's fine. Oh, she's right next to you. I love it. Let's just grab a little bit out of here. Let's repaint it and then we'll be fine. We'll have to do a little bit of that burnishing. All right, we're gonna let that dry. And then we'll come back to it and fix it. I love it. So I think the little green ones, let's do white. Oh, that's so cute. So we'll do this one, two, three, this one, two, three, and then we'll do this one, two, three. Super cute. Just gonna do a small little dot on each of the white berries. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. He is so cute. Let's do some dots here. Now, if you're gonna do a bow, it would probably cover up that one. Let's see. I don't think I want anywhere else. Let's dry this though so we can get it finished. And we might have really messed that up. That looks dark for some reason. Hold on. We gotta fix this up. I think it's because my paint pen, if you get any moisture on the paint pens, the black paint pens, any paint pens, they will smear big time. So you don't want any paint on them. That's gonna be better. That's gonna be much better. All right. Adorable, adorable, adorable. You can put this, I'm probably just gonna put this on a twine hanger because I'm gonna hang it on our little, oh, it's our stand, our little signpost stand. Actually, I think once our paint dries, I think I'm actually gonna do it with white ribbon. Oh, this would look cute. Let's do this ribbon. Hold on. Why is this not open? This is gonna be cute. I'm faster on her tablet. That's a thing. Yeah, you can be watching on a couple different devices and they're completely different. That's why, I've done giveaways and things before where like I go by the comments that coming through and it's gonna look like on your side that I'm just picking a random name and they're not in order because everything comes through at a different speed. All right. So for this, what I think that's almost dry and we'll be able to. Let's just do it because I don't want to get my listen. All right, let's get our white a little bit because we got to burnish the edges there again. There we go. And then let's do our black paint pen. We're just not going to connect them. There we go. That's better. That's better. Can't even tell now. Let's do a line here. And then debating for some more, debating for some more. Um, there we go. What do you think? What do you think? Oh my goodness, it's so precious. You know what he needs? You could put some little rosy cheeks in here too. Like if you wanted to put a little bit of pink, make his little cheeks rosy, that would be cute. You could do that up here too. That's so cute. I love it. All right. So this one we're just gonna make a knot. Actually, we're gonna make them both just a knot, but I think we will make a bow as well. Ta-da. And we're gonna trim it a little bit. It's okay if there's a little bit of a tail hanging, it's cute. And then this one, I'm not quite sure how long to do it. I need to have my post stand down here. We're gonna do it about like that. So we'll cut about that much off because we're gonna tie it in a knot now. So let's see, probably like that. Trying to think, it's about, we're gonna even go shorter, I think. Yep, right there. Ta-da! There's another one. So then you could put a bow up here too. Oh my goodness. She's so precious. I keep saying her eyes need to be darker. We can darken them up. Yes. Do you see? They are etched in there, but we can darken them up. Let's do black. You can just draw over that etching. Oh, yes. That's perfect. She's so perfect now. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. She does have a little mouth etched in. My camera's just really dark today for some reason. Or maybe it's not on your side. You can see it. But you could put a bow up here if you wanted. You could put a big bow, a little bow, any kind of bow. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. I think it's cute with just this. And we could even, like, look, if you wanted to be really creative, we could have put ribbon down on that before we put it all together on that little red strip of wood that we painted. That would have been cute. So think about that too. So much cute stuff. So much cute stuff. I'm super excited for all the things that I have coming. Um, like I said, next week, each week has a release. There's going to be a snowman week. There's going to be a Santa week, a faith week. There we go. That's what it is. And so I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are too. Um, Let me clean my mess up here. If you jumped on while I was chatting in the middle of our project, definitely go back and watch the first 30 minutes replay. Okay. I encourage you to. I definitely encourage you to. Thank you, Laura. I think the same. No bow. Angel said that's adorable. Thank you, Sherry. I love it. I think it's adorable. So, several of these went out today, and several of them are boxed up to go out tomorrow. Okay, so if you want in that, um, you can do the membership to where you get the door hanger of the month every month, or you can do the one-time purchase. The one-time purchase, however, you have to do in that month. So after June or July 30th, this won't be in the shop anymore. Okay, so you do have to get it within that month. There you go. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. It was a lot of fun. I had an amazing chat with you guys at the beginning. And I love what God's doing in this community. So, our VIP group is open. Okay. Come and join us. We did the flower paintings this morning. We have other stuff coming. And so come in there. Okay. Come in there. I would love to have you. I would love to welcome you. And there are lots of women waiting for you to welcome you with open arms. All right. I love you guys. I will see you soon.